we will continue with that. Sairam, Mama.
Sairam, Jaggi.
Sairam.
Sairam.
We can get started, Mama.
Sairam, sir. Sairam. Thank you, Viswanathan Sairam. Yeah. I'll start Sairam. Sairam, my humble pranam to the lotus feet of our Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Once again, hello, are you hearing me? Hello?
Yes, uncle. Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to share some of my experiences with our beloved Sai Ram, and also some of the devotees who had an unbelievable experience of our Bhagwan is also going to share experiences with you all. So let us start today. I request our Satya Narayanan, the present president of Samamish group, he is going to share with you. Sai Ram.
Sairam, everyone. Yesterday I missed. Sorry, uncle. Yesterday I was on a different call. I apologize for that. So, yeah, we have been listening to all these experiences by various, devotees and, as uncle said, even non-devotees. And Swami says miracles are just visiting cards. The ultimate thing is transformation. That is more important. So I feel all these are more like visiting cards for us to get into the spiritual realm, and ultimate goal should be for us to transform ourselves. So with that, I would like to narrate a couple of things that yesterday Uncle mentioned about one of the Seattle incident where one of the elder person from Hyderabad got a brain hemorrhage where it led to paralysis, and I used to have the opportunity of taking uncle around in Seattle whenever he's in. I felt that is the only service he takes from us. He's like a purely a more completely volunteer kind of person where he doesn't expect anything, which is the ultimate thing about service, right? You do anything without any expectations. So I used to take him wherever he wants. So this particular case, for me, it was a pretty amazing thing because I took on the first day so he got the brain hemorrhage, he got admitted, he was in the special unit, and as uncle said, generally they don't allow people, and uncle promised, everything will be fine. And we went, and then the nurses, were nice enough to allow us, and then uncle was doing the healing, and all the nurse staff, doctors, they were wondering what is uncle doing, and he's just touching thing and then doing, and they don't understand. This is beyond science, right? So they were questioning me and uncle, what are you doing? And then we just say we are doing prayers. That's what and then on top of it, uncle said, first of all, I was shocked to see he was in paralysis, and uncle promised that within 10 days he will travel to Hyderabad, because I was skeptical about it, because generally seeing a person in that state, uh, it's not, somebody cannot guarantee that you would be fit enough to travel in 10 days. And uh, as I took him every day, as uncle was mentioning, the progress was great. The paralysis, slowly started getting movements. This being a brain-related thing, pretty complicated, but ultimately, so applying Swami's Vibhuti and uncle's healing, helped, and then ultimately he traveled to Hyderabad, and he called uncle from Hyderabad and told everything was okay. So the whole incident, he has done a lot of healings. This is one of the things where an extremely complicated. situation also, uncle, able to uh, derive from his grace and then, do that service. So I just thought, uncle told me to summarize this, and then, yeah, this is a great opportunity to, share with us. And then, personally, also, he has helped, my family members as well. My mother, who's no more, but she had a lung cancer, and when she was fighting it, uncle used to help in the pain management aspect of it, which is a pretty you know hope, it's a pretty painful thing, the cancer pain, but uncle used to, in fact, make visits to Coimbatore. Used to fly and then do healing for my mother, which I cannot forget. The only thing I could repay was, you know, wherever he wants a ride, that's all. And I used to book tickets for him to fly, and then I took him to Marudhamalai temple in Coimbatore. That's all he expects. And then, yeah, it's a purely selfless act that uncle does. So for me, the takeaways are, Swami says, pure love is nothing but sacrifice. So he sacrifices thing for others. So that we should, I think, I feel as a forum, we should all derive that message that we should do whatever sacrifice we can and do in turn help others in whatever capacity we can. So uncle has this unique blessings from Swami of healing. But at the same time, I used to ask uncle, how can you, so many people refer you, and how can you take all this? You are also burdened with this. But he says, he's always politely, saying that Swami gives me courage to handle this, with a couple of hours of sleep. And I thank uncle for being such a selfless person, and also my daughter. One funny, interesting incident. How uncle predicts kind of some of the things. So my daughter was going for the exam, and to the elementary, she was nervous, and then uncle was here, and then uncle blessed her pen and said, "You will do fine. You will score well." And then, in fact, he's told that you will review the questions at the end, and you will go back and correct it. So he just casually mentioned it, and my daughter forgot about it. And then next day, it so happened after the exam, she did exactly the same. And then she remembered what, it's just a small example that, how, he kind of foresees some small predictions. And but ultimately, we should live in the present. We don't want to know what's our future. Swami says, you don't worry about the future, forget the past, live in the present. And, explaining the incident happened, yeah, but it's all Swami's grace. And I thank again uncle for, even when I take him around, if I have neck pain, he will just put his hand on my neck while driving, and then, I'll feel better. I'll tell him, uncle, don't do this for a long time, I may sleep off. But I think I view him like, at that time I was just saying, instead of Tylenol, I'm taking uncle's, just like a small help to relieve the pain. But yeah, I think, I treat this particular, all this satsang as an opportunity to thank uncle, and still be in the Swami's fold, and, it's helped my wife as well in various healings, and I thank him again. And Sairam uncle, thank you for all the service. Sairam.
Sairam Satya. I really enjoyed the way in which you have expressed. It's all Swami has given great. I have given an opportunity to do seva for your family. Regarding the education and other things, now Satya has talked to you, I am going to share with you my own experiences regarding that particular aspect of in education. There was one boy who was studying at Sri Venkateswara Engineering College, third year at Chennai, and he was a very good boy. And one day the principal told him the day has been fixed. The boy told mother and also father about this insurance. Then immediately one of our Sai devotees in Tamil Nadu may be knowing, of course he is no more, Mr. Vaikuntham. His wife told that boy's mother, please go and meet Sridhar. Sridhar will do, with the grace of Bhagavan, this miracle. He will do something for your son. So she telephoned to me, and I told her, please bring your son when you are visiting my house. That was the first incident. Never I had the opportunity of doing the educational service to others, because all those days I was just handling only the medical problems only. I prayed to Swami, Swami, I think this may be your Leela. They are approaching me. I don't know how I am going to do this type of seva to him. Anyway, you are there. It is only your direction it is happening. You have to be with me and see that the boy succeeds in his attempt. So, approached me, I told the boy to come to me every day for the healing. And every day I used to pray to Swami. The day has come. Suddenly, on that day, Swami appeared in my dream and told, tell the parent only mother has to accompany, not the father along with the boy. I never asked why Ram. What Swami said, that's all I have to follow. So I told the mother of that boy, you alone go there. In the meantime, I asked the parents of the boy, kindly inform me the name of the principal so that I will pray to him also not to issue TC. He was a very nice boy, but I don't know what has happened. Then they collected the name of the principal. I prayed for him also. Here in this Reiki healing, we can do only positive things only, and you cannot do any negative to anyone. Everything should be only positive approach only. So daily I am going on for him. Other than my medical problems also to other persons. The day has come. I informed the mother of the boy, go to the principal room. When you are entering the principal room, kindly telephone to me. So once again, I will pray to him. In the meantime, Swami has indicated me that TC will be torn and put it in the basket. I told the mother, this is going to happen. Swami has given an opportunity. So, under any circumstances, don't open your mouth. He will going on accusing your son. Listen it calmly, without arguing or without telling, no, my son has not done this one, that one. He will accuse whatever he wants to tell, whatever he likes it. But one thing you do it, and the final accusation you just to see, my son's life is in your hand. That's all. Don't talk anything other than this one. So she said okay, and she talked to me when entering the principal room. What I told, is the final chance I am giving to him. He just to see 20 marks, the grade 10 marks, because it was a very good college, that outstanding college, even still now at Chennai. So I don't want a boy in my institution to spoil the name of the college. Then let us see. This 1 year, you are studying third year, the 2 semesters are there. I will give an opportunity so that let him come up very well. Then every day he used to come to my house, and that particular time, what we used to do, whenever this Ekadasi comes, we used to do the Vishnu Sahasranam Parayanam in our house along with the bhajans of our Swami. He doesn't know anything, but he used to come and sit and calmly and do the meditation. The day has come. Uncle, tomorrow is my exam. So I told him to bring all your notebooks and pencils. So I prayed to pencils and his textbook, everything. Pray, you are going to get a very good mark. Don't worry, past is past. Your future is very bright. Then he sat the exam semester and written the exam. The principal has instructed the professors who are all attending on him in the college, in his class, you just correct his pen first. So I want to know what he has done. They corrected, they found he has got A+. Immediately they informed the principal. Principal shocked. He told the invigilators, please watch him carefully whether he is copying anything. How a person, boy, was very, very low, the mark, suddenly getting A+. Maybe he would have copied. Then you informed him also. They informed that boy also. He came to my house and told, why you are bothering? You do your duty. Swami will take care of you. You are not copying anything. Let us see, let us realize about you. Then others who are examples, everything that so many invigilators surrounded him watching what he is doing. He has done it and they added on when all the exams over, his papers, everything was corrected. Surprising to the management, he got everything A+, outstanding like that. They were all surprised. Whether the principal asked him out, whether he has typed, he has copied anything, nothing, sir. He did himself see how he has transformed by the grace of our beloved Swami. And believe it or not, when he came out, he has come out with a gold medal from that college. Now he is in Hong Kong and doing pretty well. Even till date, he used to get in touch with me and take my blessing. I used to bless him, have a long and very good life. See, this is how Swami has placed him in the form of education. So afterwards, what has happened? This news spread to other schools and also colleges. From 8th standard to MD level, people used to come and take the blessing. I put all this pressure to our beloved Swami. He did it for me. Because the students are all benefited. The only thing I used to tell them, you concentrate your study, that Swami will take care. There are afterwards, those who approach me are not at all devotee of Swami, but after their results and they become a Swami devotee, like as Satya has already told, many have transformed as a Sai devotee. This job, I have done it successfully without mentioning Swami's name, because I used to like to. This is the thing. So many things, so many miracles. We cannot write in 1 day or 2 days. It goes on, going on forever. I request whether our Dr. Venkatesh has come. Satyam, brother Venkatesh.
Yes, uncle. Hi, I can see brother.
Yeah.
Saram, brother, you can unmute yourself and you can talk.
So, Venkatesh is there?
Yeah, I think he's talking, but
Saira, right?
he's mute.
Saira Venkatesh.
Can you unmute yourself, brother?
You instruct Jaggi.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
Sairam uncle, it's so nice to meet you and catch up on Swami, for which you have been a wonderful instrument. Now,
I think he's cutting off. Dr. Vinci is cutting off.
Yeah, Saram, doctor, we can't hear you. Yeah. You're fine.
he might need to turn off the video camera. Hello, can you hear me?
We
Hello.
can hear you now. If you don't mind, can you please turn off your video? That might work better with the audio.
Just 1 second. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah. So I have Sridhar Mama since 1999, and I never knew that he was doing this Reiki healing. In 2010, when I had to do Sridhar Mama's wife, Kausalya Mami, and she was sitting on the dental chair. So I told Sridhar Mama that she is a diabetic and it is an infected tooth that I'm removing. So there will be some amount of bleeding, not to worry. And Sridhar Mama was sitting in my clinic in the attender's chair below Swami's photograph. And he gave a smile and told me, don't worry, Sairam, there will be no bleeding. So then, using my professional logic, I asked him, how can you say there will be no bleeding when I do a dental extraction? And Mama smiled and said, no, I am doing Reiki. This is Swami's healing. You just wait and watch. There will be no bleeding after extraction. So I just smiled and did the extraction as usual. And lo and behold, there was no bleeding coming from the socket. So then I was telling Mama, how is this possible? I've been doing extractions from 1991 since day one of my practice. And how is it possible that there is no bleeding here? He said, that is Swami's miracle. It is Swami's Reiki that I have learnt and I am executing. So then I was amazed seeing that happening because it seemed to go beyond the realms of medical logic and reasoning. So then I told Mama after the extraction, see, I have a problem. Can you heal me? So immediately Mama was enthusiastic and told me, tell me, Saram, what is your problem? So I sat on a chair and I told him that in my left leg, I get a burning sensation when I stand for long periods of time during my dental treatment. And the burning sensation is intense. And only when I sit down does the burning sensation go away. Well, at that point of time, I was considering seeing my physician, but during that period, even my physician was not well, so I could not go to him. So when Mama told me I will do the healing, I instantly agreed. Mama put his hand on my left outer thigh, and exactly like a scan with his palm, he said, is your problem there? I said, yes, I just told you it is there in my
Sairam doctor, it looks like you're cutting again. So maybe you can turn off the video.
How could you make a... Hello?
There should be
Can you
another.
hear?
There are three. Yeah, there you go. Now the video is off. You can try.
You're able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Thank you.
So Mama started Reiki for my left leg, and 21 days he used to come to my clinic without fail, and he used to always accommodate to my clinic timings and come in the afternoon by 1:32, just when I was wrapping up my morning session. And I could sense the improvement in about a week or 10 days. And probably 3 weeks down the line, the entire sensation disappeared. The sensation of burning when I used to stand used to come occasionally. And Mama said, "Don't worry, Swami is taking care. He will make everything all right." So I was amazed seeing the miraculous healing that happened. And then shortly after that, one of my clinic staff, when Mama used to come for healing, one of my clinic staff, seeing the kind of peculiar healing that Mama used to do without doing anything, just keeping his palm on my outer thigh for the healing, she asked Mama, "What is this?" So Swami said, "This is healing." And she asked Mama whether it is possible to do any kind of distant healing. Mama said, "Yes, it's possible. With Swami, anything is possible, because this is only Swami's healing." And she told Mama that her sister was due to deliver in about 3 months' time, and doctors, on taking the latest ultrasound scan, told the patient that the child may be born deformed with regards to the limbs, the hand and feet. They may be stunted. Mama said, "Don't worry, Swami will take care. He will make everything all right." Similarly, lo and behold, 3 months later, when the patient delivered the child, it was a perfectly normal delivery with a healthy child. Now, one of my most important experiences in Reiki, which is beyond medical logic or reasoning, is in 2011. My mother had a rare condition called scrub typhus, extremely rare. And she was admitted to Malar Hospital for about 1 week and 10 days, and she was on the threshold of death, and she was in dialysis and no treatment was working. At that point, we shifted her to Apollo, and it is difficult for apart from the attender, for people to come into ICU, but I got permission saying that my very close relative, when I brought Sridhar Mama, he used to come to CCU to do healing for my mother when she was on the ventilator. Doctors had said that she is in the 80% risk category, and the chances of survival are very bleak. Well, looking at the kind of medical problems she had, where the heart was failing, the lungs were also getting affected, and I knew the chances were bleak. Yet Mama was the only one who said, "Doctors are saying that she may not survive, but don't worry, Swami has a different opinion. You are going to watch this medical miracle." And he told me, "As a doctor yourself, you do not believe what I am saying. You are thinking that I am just joking. But Swami will make everything possible." Well, I could not at that point of time really believe until I saw the miracle happening. And probably after Swami told me this, in about a week's time, she came out of danger. And Mama continued to come and give Reiki at home. And a person who was brought home who could not walk, Swami did Reiki practically every other day. And in a matter of 2-3 months, she started walking normally. And of course, that was a big miracle that I had, in terms of Reiki with Mama. And it is something that I cannot logically explain using medical science. And I realized that Swami's Reiki healing coming through Sridhar Mama as a wonderful instrument is beyond the beyond the realms of logic and reasoning. And thereafter I started referring a lot of patients to Sridhar Mama. And also during my difficult surgeries, when I was little doubtful about the outcome of surgery, I used to call up Mama and say, Mama, I did this surgery for this patient. This is the name of the patient. Please send Reiki. I want a good outcome for the patient. And Mama used to keep sending Reiki and all distant Reiki for people whose names only were told by me. And he has not seen those patients. And they used to come post-surgery and say, I had no problem, no pain, no swelling. What is this? How come you did such a big surgery on my jaw and I had no problem at all? And I used to smile and report back to Sridhar Mama. One of the other important miracles that I had in terms of the Reiki was one of my uncles, very close uncle, had paralysis and he could not walk. Well, he tried all sorts of medical therapy. He tried Ayurvedic massage and he tried acupuncture, acupressure, all sorts of things under the sun to get cured. Because he was affluent and he had the wherewithal to go through all the therapy. I told the condition of my uncle to Sridhar Mama, and he said, do you think you can do? He said, yes, with Swami anything is possible. After all, Swami is going to do, I'm only his instrument. And I said, okay, let me tell my uncle. So I told my uncle, look, I have this very close family friend and patient of mine, Sridhar Mama, Reiki uncle, who does Swami's healing. And the beauty of this healing is it is absolutely free of cost. Not that money mattered to this patient who could afford anything and was prepared to spend any extent to get himself cured of the paralysis. And my uncle said, wait, I'm going through some Ayurvedic therapy from Kottakkal and people are coming home and giving Ayurvedic massage. Let me finish that and then I will let you know. So I reported back to Mama and told him this is what it is, and my uncle is going through some other therapy. And Mama told me, no, you just wait and watch, Venkatesh. You are going to take me to my uncle's house one day. So I asked Mama, how are you saying this with so much clarity? So Mama said, no, I'm able to visualize you taking me to your uncle's house, and Swami will make him all right. Well, I just took it in a lighter vein, and I thought, in all good faith and spirit, Mama was joking. And I thought this may not become a reality because my uncle was one who was little difficult to convince in terms of therapy. Though he is an excellent, amazing human being, he was trying all other things recommended by people. And I never thought this would happen. Now, suddenly in the month of, I think this happened around about September or October of 2010. When I had visited my uncle one day, he told me, okay, you are talking about a Reiki healer friend of yours. Why is it that you have not brought him for Reiki? I said, uncle, you have to give me permission. If you give me permission, I will call him right away and he will be most willing to oblige. So then I called Sridhar Mama right in front of my uncle and told him, Mama, my uncle is asking for Reiki. You know the uncle about whom I spoke to you. Well, Mama smiled and said, no problem. Tell me when. So my uncle said, you bring him tonight. So that same night, Mama, as usual, his obliging self turned up in my clinic at 8:30. And after closure of my evening session of practice, I took Mama to my uncle's place. And they got on very well, and my uncle was talking about his experience with Bhagwan and the kind of interviews he has had with Swami. He is already a Sai devotee for a long time, with enormous proximity to Swami. And he said, now this is my problem, I am not able to walk. So Mama said, don't worry, Swami will make you all right. He will heal. You are about to witness a miracle. Now, I was getting tense when I was hearing this from Mama's mouth because if my uncle does not become all right, though he is a very kind and amazing human being, he will ask me, what is this? Your mama promised me, your Reiki mama promised me that I will become all right and Swami will cure me and heal me. Why have I not become all right? What is this? So I was scared of that reaction from my uncle, and then when I was taking, after the healing, my uncle went off to sleep. And when I took Mama back and dropped him in his house at Velacheri at 11 in the night, I asked Mama, what is this very strong, firm commitment you have given to my uncle? Are you really serious? Is this going to happen? He has been suffering for quite a few years. He has tried all sorts of therapy. Nothing seems to have worked. Mama, please be little guarded in your commitment to my uncle. He's an amazing person, a very affluent person, but please, he will not shout, but please, you are given such a huge commitment. Mama said, no, don't worry. You will see Swami's miracle. You will see your uncle giving you feedback tomorrow. Next morning, my uncle called me at 7:30 in the morning and said, I have had a good night's sleep, and you know what? I have experienced an amazing sensation in my leg. He himself said, I think I am going to get cured by Reiki. You please call your Reiki Mama and ask him to come this morning. And Mama, as usual, obligingly went that morning, and I think he did 3 sessions of Reiki that same day, morning, afternoon, and evening. And I think the next day, my uncle was leaving abroad to UK. And Mama has told me, Swami has made him all right. He is all right. So I said, okay. I took it at face value. I didn't say anything. And I got a call from UK, my uncle giving me feedback and said, it is amazing. I am able to walk now. Man who could not walk, who was wheelchair bound for a few years, said, I am able to walk. This is a miracle. And something amazing. He could not himself believe that, such a thing was possible. And he offered as a token of appreciation to Mama, and Mama refused. He said, no, this is Swami's work. I cannot take money. Now, one of the reasons why also Mama's Reiki healing works is he is using the power given by Bhagavan to him to do the healing, and he does not expect any remuneration in return. Now, the whole world at large, including the medical, the healing industry, is driven by money. And here is a person who is prepared to offer selfless service in the manner prescribed by Bhagavan. And that is what makes the healing more powerful. And all that makes him happy is when the patient gives feedback and says, it is amazing, I feel better. I personally feel that Sridhar Mama is Swami's messenger to all of us. And we have had the benefit of experiencing Bhagavan's healing. And I have referred innumerable patients to Mama, some of whom have come on this forum and even spoken. And all of them are much happier selves after this healing. And I pray to Bhagavan that Mama is blessed with a long and healthy life for the kind of selfless service that he is rendering to mankind, without expecting anything in return. And I think with this, I would like to hand it over back to Mama. Sairam.
Sairam, doctor, you forgot to mention about Renuka. That is more important.
Yes. I'm sorry, Mama. Thanks for reminding me. Now, there is also this of mine called Renuka, who had come to me with a peculiar facial pain, and then I had taken an X-ray and told her I don't see any dental problem. I think it is a problem of nerve origin. I think it is a condition called trigeminal neuralgia, which you have to see a neurologist. Now, trigeminal neuralgia is a neural condition which manifests as orofacial pain, and it can lead a dentist into thinking that there is some problem with the tooth. So I told the patient, it is after seeing the big X-ray, panoramic X-ray, there is clearly no dental problem, both clinically and seeing the X-ray. I think you have to go to the neurologist. The neurologists have the standard drug which they will prescribe, which initially may work for you, but over time your dosage will go on increasing the dosage because you will get resistant to the previous dosage, and you will be walking drowsily like a zombie. So then the patient asked me, what then is the solution? I said, if you don't mind, I have this Reiki healer patient of mine, Sridhar Mama, who can do Reiki. I can ask him to do Reiki for you. Incidentally, I am experiencing Reiki healing. Of course, this was in 2010 again. I'm experiencing Mama's healing for my leg, and it seems to be working wonders. And what is there? You take a chance. I mean, there is no money involved in this. Mama is a goodwill ambassador. Why don't you get this done? So then the patient said, okay. Then I told the patient, see, Mama's probably, coming in a day or two. So I told the patient, the first day I told about this Mama's healing to the patient, and next day patient brought an X-ray, and X-ray I found nothing was wrong. And that day Mama was not slated to come to my clinic. He called me in the morning to say, Sairam, I'm not coming to your clinic today. I have to go to a lot of places to do healing. I said, no problem, Mama. You can do it tomorrow or day after. No big hurry. As it is, I'm experiencing improvement. When my patient came on the dental chair, Mama called up to say, I'm coming now. I'm here. So then I told the patient, no, Mama has come for you, because he has not come for me today, because he told me clearly, I am not coming to your clinic to do healing. I said, I think this is Swami's miracle that Mama, who was not slated to come, has suddenly said, I have come here now. He has suddenly turned up. So then I introduced the patient, the lady Renuka, to Mama, and this kind of orofacial pain, I just gave a brief description to Mama, saying this is a condition, trigeminal neuralgia, a horrible condition. Most patients go through excruciating pain, and there is no cure for it medically, unless they go for a peripheral nerve avulsion later surgically by a brain and spine surgeon. So, which is the big procedure. So Mama took that patient of mine, young person, to the other operatory which I was not using at that time, and put her on the dental chair and did Reiki. And 10 minutes later she came smiling and said the pain is gone. So anyhow, a patient was happy at that time. And then the patient's husband was sitting and chatting to me and telling me that, Doctor, we are married for a very short time now, just for 6-8 months. And most of the time she has got this pain, and she also had ulcerative colitis, for which she was being treated by an eminent gastroenterologist in Apollo Hospital, Greens Road. So she was on steroids also for ulcerative colitis, which is a autoimmune disorder. And the patient's husband was telling me, we are newly married, but most of the time she is in her mother's house because of ill health. She has got this stomach problem, and then now suddenly this nerve problem has come. I don't know how we will get along in future, and we have no normal family life. So when she came back to this room, I made this remark to Mama that, see, patient husband is saying that newly married, most of the time she's in her mother's house, and the normal family life is not there. So Mama smiled and told her, and just at that time, the patient Renuka's mother told her, after that healing got over and saw her daughter free of pain, please do namaskaram to Mama. So right in front of me in my dental operatory, both the patient and her husband did namaskaram to Mama, and in front of Swami's photograph, which is there, my dental operatory. And Mama blessed them and said, next year you are going to be blessed with a baby boy. You are going to witness Swami's miracle. So she was extremely happy, the lady was extremely happy, her husband was delighted, and they said, thank you, Mama. And then Mama, of course, went on to do Reiki for her in her house, and she was cured of that nerve problem. And occasionally now she gets flashes of it, not like what it was intense before, occasionally. And her ulcerative colitis is very much under control. And I think Mama must have done Reiki for about 20 days or 21 days, much better. And then I told Mama, again, I know Swami can do it, but again you have given such a big word that she is going to be blessed with a baby boy next year, and where her health is itself at stake. And how is she going to conceive and have a child? Mama said, no, you are going to witness Swami's miracle. You are not believing me because you are a doctor, you are using medical logic, you wait and watch, you see. And lo behold, the next year she was blessed with a baby boy, and the boy is about 10 years old, hale and hearty. And one can go on and on with Swami's miracles brought about through Reiki. And my earnest request to Mama is, apart from this Google Meet that we have, it is all should be put in writing, saying that Swami is healing. And I think Sridhar Mama's son Bhaskaran should take it as an initiative to put it all down in writing in a cognitive manner, so that it makes interesting reading for all of us, and we can dwell on the kind of healing that Swami has been instituting using Sridhar Mamas as an instrument. Thank you so much, Mama, and I think back to you.
Sairam Venki, really everything Swami's miracle you have narrated. As you know, you also asked me how it can be happen. I said, my doctor has told this is going to happen, because there is no chance of her to get a baby, because every time, that is morning, afternoon, night, used to take steroids, 4 steroids, 12 steroids in a day. That Venki used to ask, because there are so many. Then I told, everything Swami has taken. My doctor has told she is going to have a baby. This has happened. And everybody, as I told you earlier, everybody is projecting, I have done it. Nothing I have done. Only Bhagavan has done it. He has passed on the credit as if I have done it. There are so many instances that Venki also used to me to other aspects. I knowingly tell Venki, you are spending every. They may think that you are the agent for me. But initially they may not be knowing that I am not taking any money or something. Then smilingly Venki is, well, yes, you are correct, Mama. Otherwise they may think I am your agent. So there are other so many miracles aspects. Time is very short, and there is we cannot express, and you cannot believe what has happened. Like that, Swami has done the miracle, and now I think that another person who is the vice president of Airtel is anxiously waiting to share his wife's experiences. I request the vice Mr. Manikandan of Airtel to share your experiences. Manikandan, please.
Thank you so much. Sairam. Am I audible? Hope I'm audible.
Yes, Sairam. A little feeble, but we can hear you.
Is that better now?
Yes, Manikandan.
Yes.
Thanks for this opportunity. I think I thank once again Sairam. This opportunity has been once again given to me. Talking about uncle itself is blessing. Okay. Because I know there is one story I just wanted to always remember that. Normally, see, we pray every day to the God. Okay, every day we believe some point of time we will see a God, because we know that seeing a God is not something like an easier one. But yes, miracles happen. We see a God. Okay, one story I used to believe that one person is a great devotee of Vishnu, so he keep on praying Vishnu every time. So one day he has got some problem. So he got into some helicopter, and the person is shouting at them from the helicopter, you come now, we come here to fetch you. So he didn't go. So finally that water level has receded and he got Mukti. So he is gone to the heaven, and he was going and there seeing a God, and he is asking God, so I was so much of devotee to you, and I was seeking help from you, but you didn't do anything for me. He said, what are you talking? So I came in a 3 different forms to you. Okay, once I came in normal people, 2, 3 people in a form, and after that I came in a boat, and then I came, after all these things, I said I wanted to help you and came in a helicopter. But you didn't, accept that, so that is your karma, so you didn't accept it. So what I am saying is, the God has normally come in a form of some, different form. I think I have seen God in my life, me and my wife. I have seen a God literally, that is in the form of Sridharan, no one else. I think that's what I just wanted to narrate, because I remember the story, but when I met uncle, I realized after 15 minutes time, me and my wife realized we have seen God in our life. All our prayers started fulfilling. I think these all happened not very far. It is just 3 years back, 2.5 years back. I should first of all thank one of my friends, Satya and Aarti Satya, who has also been experienced the blessings of uncle. And they introduced me one point of time. I think we were in trouble. Normally, we see a God when we really cry hard to see a God when we are in trouble. So that's a human nature. So I think that is the point in which we have also gone through. Like Dr. Venki was saying and Satya was saying, similarly, I have also gone through many miracles. But like Dr. Venki was saying, my wife is also, from 2012, she was an ulcerative colitis patient. He was taking some immunosuppressants. When we were in Delhi, that point of time we got into that. So I realized, okay, that will not work. So Chennai is a good place for me. So we took a transfer in 2012 and 2013, and they came, and 2014 I moved in my bag and baggages from Delhi. So to get some treatment here. So we have been going through a treatment. We are taking immunosuppressants, God's grace and with the blessings of parents. So he was not taking a lot of steroids, etc. Initially he was taking, after that he was taking only Azoran as an immunosuppressant. But this is all going on for the last 6-7 years time. And when all of a sudden, he started developing certain cyst in the ovary point of it. And we were also treating every time when we are taking it, was being finding as a benign and other things. We used to do a biopsy. Suddenly in 2017-18, so we found this cyst was growing. So doctor said we will have to do a surgery. So we said okay, fine. So we went through a surgery in Apollo, and surgery has gone through, and suddenly that point of time after the surgery, the onco-gynecologist, he said after surgery, I think the color of the cyst is looking like it's not a normal one. Let's anyway send it to biopsy money, then we'll see. So after that the biopsy report has come saying that it is a malignant, but it is in an initial stage, but we will have to go through some chemotherapies for some time for your wife, and after that she will become all right. But we were a little bit resistant because already my wife was that time was really underweight, and I don't know how she will be able to tolerate this chemotherapy and all. I think that point of time only I got somehow this blessing of seeing this living God of Sai Sridharan. So I could able to immediately speak to him within 2 days time after Satya has given his number. Immediately picked up the phone. He said no problem. So don't worry. I said tomorrow I'm going to this to do this chemotherapy and this. He said there is nothing required money, but still you do it, she'll be all right. You don't worry. But I do not believe it, honestly speaking, that point of time when when chemotherapy, a lot of people used to talk about the chemotherapy, post-chemotherapy impact, what will happen. You don't believe it. She went through a first chemotherapy. I think people said in first day, second day, third day, she will have a lot of vomiting, she will have all this problem. The only thing what we did before chemotherapy, I called up uncle. He did one maybe blessing, healing for my wife. He said, Mani, don't worry, you go through that, but everything will become all right. So, like after third day, nothing has happened, no vomiting, nothing. After that, and 4-6 days, I think within that 21 days time, he is ready for the second chemo. I think this every chemotherapy before we go, we call up uncle. So I don't want to call him, disturb him every time because he is also doing. So he said, Mani, you do one thing, you send a photograph of Srija to me. I will see the picture and do a healing, and I will do a distant healing also. Every time he feel that he require a healing, I think that point of time he get a call from uncle saying that Srija, how are you? So can you give me 5 minutes time? I'll do a healing for you. I don't know how it will happen. Many times, this is one miracle which happen. He gets the telepathy when he is feeling little down. He calls me and he says that can you give it to Srija? Or he calls to Srija and do this one, and after that he will have a very peaceful, sleeping during the chemotherapy. And this is continued. The chemotherapy is over now. Now after 2 years, he has been also been doing a post chemotherapy checkup, etc. But everything. Whenever I call up and I tell him, uncle, I'm just going for this test and checkup. And last week also I told him I'm going for a colonoscopy for just seeing that the impact of the ulcerative colitis. And he said nothing, don't worry about it, nothing big thing will happen. Yes, there is an ulcerative colitis, there is infection is there, but he doesn't get any of the problem which he used to get it in the ulcerative colitis. There's so much of level of ERP is there, ISR is there, but a reaction will be very few. He might go through some pain, but very little. But after that, he will become all right. This is only due to this, uncle's healing. Nothing else is a miracle, I can tell you. And one day he was doing a healing. I think my wife was telling me, suddenly something has happened, some pleasant feeling. Suddenly it has happened. And there is huge pain in the stomach. I think that after this healing, suddenly she's saying something has happened in my stomach. I don't know, some feeling. Something has got removed suddenly. And after that, I think that 4-5 days, one day she was saying severe pain. Next day morning she is getting up as usual as a very normal. And there is nothing, it is like, what is else other than the word called miracle. So this sort of miracles continuously happening. Even today, when we sit here, I'm sorry that my wife has also wanted to join here and talk about it. But today is one more miracle that she has been really in the situation. Last 3 days, she is doing some course on advanced meditation course. I think she has done a normal course of yoga and the meditation course in Art of Living along with me. And now she's got into a situation. She's gone into advanced meditation. So I was really, surprised that after the surgery of removing the ovary and the uterus and with the chemotherapy, and she could able to do, and they said you cannot lift, and she is doing every exercise possible except Surya Namaskar and other things. I think she could able to do that, and there is nothing. And today he is sitting for 3 days, but only thing is it's a silence program. So 3 days he need to be at silence. She can't speak and she can't watch any TV program, etc. That is the program is all about. In between whole day she do lot of meditation and yoga classes. So that's the reason she could not join because she cannot speak in the 3 days time. That one more thing is it's all about this uncle's power of this miracle. And Karen, she could able to sit on this 3 days on advanced meditation. Some point of time, even today she is underway, but still she is able to withstand all these things and going ahead and like a racing sort of one in her life. I think thanks to uncle So he is ready to accept it. So I feel that I have given first time Nivedyam to God who has taken it in his hand. So thank you, uncle. I think it is, you are not uncle, like people say that Mada, Pida, Guru, Deva. So the Mada, Pida is something like nobody can able to replace father and mother and the father and mother. No, fortunately, we both are not father and mother. But the only thing will take us for long is the Guru power and this the Lord power. So I treat him one of my Guru as well as the living God, the Sai messenger in this world. So as far as I am concerned, he is not a healer or something. He is a God messenger who has come with a lot of miracle power. I only pray the Sai to give him all strength for doing the service for a very long period for a lot of people like my wife and ourselves and family. I think we want to know the God also contact for lifetime possible with it. Thank you so much, Uncle, for talking.
Sai Ram. Thank you, Mani, for the experiences that you have expressed about your wife, the way in which how she has survived, but because of our beloved Bhagavan. Bhagavan Swami always with you and your family to take care of you, to have a peaceful, prosperous life throughout the life, not for 2021. The entire period of your life, you will have a very, very prosperous and free from all your medical problems. Sai Ram Mani. Sai Ram Jaggi, I think it is getting late. Well, not for me or others. Shall we have it next week, Satya? Because it's already 1 hour over.
Uncle, up to you, Uncle. We can go for another maybe.
I am ready. Because, but many people may
I think we lost it.
Yeah, we lost Uncle.
Maybe one more session if we can wrap up in one more.
Yeah, we can take it offline and talk to.
Yeah,
and,
we can take it offline.
Yeah. So definitely, I think we can do one more session. Wrap it up. We'll wait for.
Yes.
Yes, no, yes, Uncle. We can hear you now.
Hello?
Mama, we can hear you. Yeah.
Hello? Are you hearing?
Yes, Mama, we can hear you. Now you are muted, Mama.
Yeah, this is the problem. You please ask whether they can continue to get, then I can continue. For me, no problem.
We can hear you now, Mama.
Thank you. This is, see how Swami has helped people and did miracles. Every now and then he is doing some sort of. I just, Jackie, you just see whether Vishal is what Mr. Vishal or Simple is there.
Vishal, I don't see a Vishal. No, I don't see Dimple either.
Okay, no problem. Whether you can see Sriram is that not our Sriram, another Sriram.
Sriram. No, Mama. Sriram, I don't see Sriram.
There is no Sriram, no?
No. We were just talking, Mama. We can probably do one more session next week, next Friday.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That is good.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, Om Tri Shanti Sulitam Mama Prabhu, maybe we can take some questions, or if Sairam,
Yeah,
everyone,
oh.
questions for Uncle,
Okay.
maybe we can do that.
Yes, sir.
Uncle, I have one question.
Sir, our Satya is that?
Yes, Uncle, I have one question. When are you coming to
No.
Seattle?
No. Whether our backup is that?
Yes, Uncle.
Yeah.
Nagapalli is talking. Yeah.
Jackie, one more thing. I used to take this liberty to say about my chariot of Satya when he has taken one of the patients out.
Sure, Mama. Go ahead, please.
I will do that one, then I close
Okay.
today's subject. See, when I come, when I visited Seattle, I used to tell me there is one patient that as a patient as having a breast cancer, you have to do the healing to her and see that she should not suffer breast cancer. I said, don't worry, Satya, you kindly come to my house and take me. What he used to ask me, what is the time? Because he used to say they are very close to me, so that is the reason I request Mama to come and do healing for her. Then daily used to come. Then I went to that house where Satya used to take me and treated her. My Swami is great. I told them no cancer. The cancer has been cancelled. Then that lady used to tell, see, I am having that proof, everything. How can you say that cancer is cancelled? I am not telling. My doctor is telling. See, I have to take a word from my doctor. When the doctor said something, that is 100% true for me. You are going to see that miracle. So every day, even though Satya used to come, I'll be ready and did it. One day she has to go for a monogram. Tomorrow, before going, you please let me know. I will pray to Swami. Swami will do the needful. The same day, she said, I am going today. Okay. At the time of leaving from that house, I told you will just to go and see the miracle of your monogram result that has been cancelled. She was happy, at the same time she was worried. Satya asked me, how uncle, whether everything is possible, Satya, don't worry. You are taking me as a chariot to that house. You are going to see that a miracle. They went. After 2 days, the result has come. No cancer at all. See how Swami has played. This is Swami's miracle. Satya helped me, and as a driver to me, I can honestly say.
Sairam, Uncle.
Sairam Satya.
Sairam, Uncle.
So now I will say Santi, Jackie.
Okay, Mama. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba ki Jai.
Jai.
Mama, yesterday you were